That was hard.
This is
Any time today, you know.
They're taking their time.
They got creative.
They got really creative on this.
No, we got this madness from you guys.
Yeah,
You know,
I've been inspiring you guys.
changes, ladies.
Well done, well done. That was amazing start, these people. That was a
So
beautiful.
what, you can't keep up with the competition, girls?
They
Huh?
need to keep up.
You're battling.
Next week, surprise. Next week. Well, good. It's our full week with performances. Still a few left, but how is everybody feeling after this performance week? How is we always kind of ask from here. How is guys feeling?
How are you feeling, Tabo? He's good. Can you see that smile? He's good.
Someone's hiding the tiredness behind a smile.
I think it's been, this week has been a bit of a roller coaster, you know. Not for me, you know. It's not as I anticipated this week would be much better than the first week. Although it has been good as well. I just thought maybe we would, in terms of the quality, the bar would be slightly higher. But nonetheless, it was an incredible week. We managed to get the hang of the show. We managed to get more confident as well in our roles as individuals. And I think the momentum is still going. We can keep it up. On your side, John, how was it like for you?
For me, I could say it's better.
Yeah.
You know, I always say there's a difference between live performance and, you know, camera cut, back to square one, take another take. Live performance, it's very difficult on its own. So if you've made a mistake, like we always do, it always happens in arts, we carry ourselves and we move on. So with or without mistakes, we made it work. So for me, that's incredible.
Okay, so would you say you now starting to be comfortable in the show, even
Totally.
when you make a mistake, you kind
Totally.
of learn how to
Totally.
cover that up?
Totally.
Okay, cool. All right. Nah, true artist, I guess.
How are you, Lucy?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm feeling a little bit tired today, but excited because it's a double show day. So we're gonna, and it's exciting because we've obviously got our first BSL performance, which is cool. And this week, I agree. Like, I think it's been nice because things have been really starting to settle in and sink in. I think I was maybe thrown a little bit because when you're going from sort of understudying and doing that and then coming back to stage manager role, sometimes it's like you obviously have to switch heads. And I think because we'd spent some time looking last week at the performer's role and then jumping straight into the stage manager role, I feel like there was a moment where I was like, oh gosh, we've gone straight from performer into stage manager into live shows. So I still feel like this week, the start of this week, things were settling in. I don't know about you, John, but like the stage management side of things, they were still kind of like going, oh yes, that's that. Oh yeah, that's that. Rather than it being like feeling like we know it off, like just like boom, boom, boom. So I'm still definitely, but I think in terms of that, we had 2 really, really smooth, beautiful days of shows, which was great.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe the beautiful, smooth days jinxed it slightly for last night. We had a few hiccups. But nothing major, which is touch wood, which is great. So yeah, it's going really well, and I think it's just a really nice dynamic off show as well, like in terms of having our little entrances and our fun in the times is keeping the energy alive. So
Yeah. And I guess it's with any performance, when you are doing multiple performances, is how to keep the energy levels up and how to keep the focus up. Because yeah, life happens as well. Sometimes you have a different day. So I think it's just kind of overall testing performers.
yeah,
Whatever kind of happens, it's just testing to keep the energy levels up. So yeah, it's always a good trial. And yeah, and I guess for at least even for myself, like if we think about the whole lockdown, I haven't been performing this much. So it's again of trying to get the mind and the body kind of get used to it as well as a performer. So I think that's something that has been kind of, I think, testing at least of my energy levels or focus. But I think still of like, we have had smooth runs. And like John also said, like there is always those moments that in live performances there are some hiccups, and nothing is always smooth because there is that live element, and we are also in online, so there's some elements that we can't control. So we just need to go with it. But yeah, otherwise I'm really excited. And yeah, like Lucy said, we have today the first PSL performance, which is exciting. Something new that we're gonna explore as well. So excited to see how that will go. But how's now, everybody? What would you say? What's the biggest highlight from this week for each one? If you had to say one highlight, what's your highlight from this week? Is everybody thinking faces?
John and Tabo's opening performance yesterday when they joined the Zoom call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was something. And they made us wait as well. It was quite like we had music thinking like, what's happening here? What's going on?
Yeah, they were building it
A
up.
good build, a big lead up to it.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I think that was one of the most definitely biggest highlights. I think also a highlight for me has been how smooth still each performance has its own kind of little spots where I'm like, oh, wow, this is going forward. Oh wow, this is something new. Ah, wow. So yeah, I think that's kind of also my highlight of like each performance I have realized something new inside the piece.
That's good. Yeah, that'll keep it fresh for sure.
Yeah. What about you guys?
For me, it's I could easily say, like putting things together from that side to this side. I mean, that's big. I mean, with the technology that's happening right now, we made it work. So that's incredible. That's amazing. I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy doing a live performance in two continents, number one. You know what I mean? We're used to having like auditorium and people on seats, and here we go, and we all in one room, in one place. But here we are in two continents and two countries, and all over the world. Basically, I could easily say that because everyone can watch at the comfort of their own homes. So that for me is amazing. With our mistakes, but we carried on and we journeyed. So for me, that's yeah.
Great. Nice.
On my end, I would say the audience feedback. I think John might have mentioned something along these lines sometime last week that we can't see the audience, so it's difficult for you to feed off their energy. But with the feedback that we've been getting, that kind of works as a boost and encourages us to just keep this going.
Even if it's just the following, we get the feedback from in the following day.
Yeah,
sometimes we're used to like getting feedbacks from the people that are right here. When you do like a nice and massive move, and then people get on cheering. But now it's you know what I mean.
But again, I saw us, with the disco scene as well. I saw us kind of introducing that element a bit, because with people joining in, you can then tell, okay,
They liked it.
this person has a
Yeah.
positive reaction to
Yeah.
it, okay, this one maybe, this one, you kind of like read that, so at that moment you feed off that energy as well.
True.
So yeah, I must say the feedback has been incredible, and for me, I feel that's what has been keeping me going, or that's what's got me going.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's been really lovely to, like Tapu said, of reading those feedbacks
Yeah.
a little bit on each day, just to see of how everybody has felt it, and get a little bit more sense from the audience what they have experienced. And of course it's always lovely to hear when people are saying that they would recommend it to a friend. That's always a huge one, I think, for myself as well, of that they would recommend it again. And then that we have those our workshop participants who have been, and a few have sending me messages that they have seen it now quite a few times,
But they kept on
and
coming.
they keep on still coming, which is lovely. But they also send a message that they feel like each time they see something different. So that's also like it was a really lovely feedback to kind of get that they see something different each time.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good.
That's good. So now just going last two performances. I'm excited for next week to have a chat how it has felt of doing these BSL performings, because that's as a performer, that's something totally new for me. I've never been in this kind of performer situation that we have BSL support there next to us. So that's going to be interesting to see how that feels and how the audience takes it. And then one more week with performers. Are we ready?
Yes.
Are we ready?
Yes.
We're ready, and we hope we get more people in. And the beautiful side, like we have had already audience from a little bit from different countries, so wherever people are, welcome to join us. We're still one more week to go, so looking forward to see who we're gonna get next week. But do we have any last words for us for this week?
All the best to us for today.
Yes, John said it. John said it. Yeah, that's a good note to end it there. All the best for us. We're gonna
Yeah.